So in terms of your persona, because we've spoken a bit in the recent past, but we've only just recently met. So I can tell that you're very you're very true to your roots, because your outfit, I think, has some African
always
African bits and pieces.
Yes.
And also because of your art. Your arts perception skills. So just maybe tell us a bit about your outfit and what the different things mean and how the different things come together.
Definitely didn't think about
You're not expecting this.
I didn't expect that. Now I'm really on the spot.
I'll put you on the spot.
You're on the spot. The way I dress is my creative outlook.
Okay.
So I'm not dressing for anybody.
Okay.
I'm dressing for myself. It feels good.
Okay.
Putting in different things together. You know, I had my trainers and I have my kitten heels.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel good, and I hope that I present better because I feel good within myself is really important. And also, I have an interest in art and an interest in, maybe not fashion, in style. But that has also led to criticism.
Okay.
So people will say, oh, this Jackie. Actually, even ask me, what do you actually do? You just like dress up and show up at all of these events. And you know, when I was younger, I might be stupid enough to offer an explanation. There is no explanation.
Okay.
I enjoy it.
Okay.
And I also see myself as some sort of informal ambassador for my clan, for my village, for my family, for the continent.
Okay.
And so it may not be deliberate, but I always have something African.
Okay.
I want to, you know, buy African, build African. So might wear something and tag the designer.
Okay.
You know, when I was younger, I was walking through the streets of London in my 6-inch heels. I don't know how I did it.
Okay.
But now you find me in my trainers.
Okay.
When I get to where I'm going, I wear my heels. So it's also functional.
Okay.
But I think that I present myself as a representation of myself, my own creativity. It does show respect for where. I mean, if I showed up in my loungewear, in my pajamas, you might not say anything.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So I respect people's occasions.
Okay.
Want to invite me to your wedding and I'll show up in jeans, etc. But it is fun.
Yeah.
But it also is maybe, in a way, signaling who I am.
Okay.
So I said I'm proudly African. I'm probably arrogantly African.
Okay.
So people who follow me in social media will see what I put out.
Okay.
And it's important because it's important to me, but it's also important in terms of legacy in the next generation.
Okay.
Living in this country and the history. You know, I always say to people that I'm tired, I'm really tired. I am those people whose ancestors have gone through colonization, slavery, civil rights movement, and now we're still talking about Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
This can be dispiriting for me, but also dispiriting for those who are younger. I work with a lot of young people. I've got my own youth leadership and mentorship program.
As Jolt.
As Jolt, part of the Jolt umbrella.
Okay.
And I'd meet people and say, where are you from? And they say, well, I'm from Bushi, and my parents are from Accra. I'm from Newham, and my parents are Kenyan. Then in my head, I'm like, are you not from where your parents are from?
Yeah.
But then I also grew up. It's also not for me to impose identity in people. But I remember many years ago, maybe 10, 15 years ago, at some conference, and I was talking about African art, culture, music, the Renaissance, and all the good stuff about being African. And there were these two young ladies in the audience, 21 and 23, and they were crying. And we were like, what is elicited? They said, for the first time, one of them said, for the first time in my life, I feel proud to be African.
Wow. That's
based
amazing.
on seeing the interaction between myself and the lady I was speaking to, the pride and the joy. Coming here, we're speaking about the troubles that are going on in Kenya. They're being called riots, but they are demonstrations, maybe protests, maybe heavy-handed. But that does not take away from the fact that I come from a wonderful, wonderful country, God's own land, the cradle of mankind. You know, like literally, the first oldest girl in the world is from Kenya.
Oh, wow, okay.
My own history, my ancestors and their spirituality and what they've been through is a matter of great personal pride that I think fortifies me and carries me through life. Because first of all, for me to get here is through the industry work, hard work and sacrifice of many. And recently I went for an award ceremony and a lady mentioned something about future ancestors. So I'm not preoccupied on how I'm presenting myself. But I do know that by being here, what people see of me and what I do and I leave behind is important. You and I are future ancestors.
Okay.
So if we have shame about where we come from, we're not sure, we don't have confidence, that is a terrible legacy to leave anybody. So I could just be arrogantly African at home, but I'm proud and arrogantly African everywhere.
Okay.
Because I am African wherever I go.
Okay.
You know, and if I'm on vacation, when I'm with my friends, they say, "Where are you from?" They'll all be saying they're from London. I'm like, "I'm from Kenya." They're like, "Did we not just come on the same flight?" Like, listen, leave me alone. And I always get preferential treatment.
Yeah.
But there is something about identity that is grounding, that is powerful. And to be able to articulate this to those who are younger than us, I think is really, even some people who are our age, still have got all these hang-ups.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here. I mean, as much as I'm talking about being proudly African, I am.
Yeah.
But what are we speaking? We're not speaking in Tree. I'm not speaking in Swahili, are we?
No.
That means we have some work to do.
Yeah.
So I want to have those conversations, but I want people, I hope, so what I want, actually, that's ego speaking. I would hope that whether you're African, Caribbean, whether you're Asian, that you have pride in self and all aspects of what that means. I mean, the hair, locked hair and everything.
Yeah.
Fine. I can, you know, sometimes I have 3 or 4 hairstyles in a day. And that's okay. But it's still signaling who I am, what I like, what it looks like, but also identifies me with where I come from.